The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Let's talk about the main event of this fight, a rematch from a few months ago. There was a quick turnaround for this one for the undisputed light heavyweight championship. We had Dmitry Bivol defeating Artur Beterbiev. It was majority decision, and we'll get into, I guess, what the judges ruled in this one once we actually talk about the fight. But the way I scored this thing, round one, I thought was close. I think Bivol landed the cleanest shots, even though Beterbiev was walking him down. But I gave it round one to Bivol. Round two, Beterbiev continued walking him down, but Bivol threw some good counter shots. So I gave Bivol that second round. Round three turned into a firefight. And if you had the sound up, Beterbiev's punches sound different. Like he was like throwing some heat. Like you could just tell he was swinging. I gave that round to him. Round four, that's when it looked like Beterbiev finally figured him out. I thought that was a dominant round for him, and he was throwing those power shots and starting to get through, and he was ripping those body shots. Those look pretty painful. And round five, more pressure from Beterbiev, more big shots. It looked like something was wrong with Bivol's right hand. He wasn't really throwing it much in those middle rounds. I gave that round five to Beterbiev as well. In round six, Beterbiev came in hot then, but towards the end of the round, it seemed like Bivol caught that second win and was stringing together some nice combos, and it ended with both fighters trading shots, and I think Bivol may have got the edge in that one. Round seven, I scored it 10-10 in that round. And round eight, I gave to Bivol. Round nine, I gave to Bivol. Round 10, I gave to Beterbiev. I had another 10-10 round. Round 11, I thought it was too close to give it to either fighter. And then round 12, I thought Beterbiev finished it off strong. And I scored it 115-115. But the judges didn't agree with it. One judge had it 114-114, and one judge had it 116-112, and the other judge had it 115-113. What were your thoughts on this one, Chris?
I think Bivol, I feel he won, which I wanted him to win. I was going for him because in the first fight, I felt like he fought the boogeyman in a sense, and the boogeyman, almost like what Canelo fought, what's his name, Triple G, right? And it didn't go the way that everybody thought it was going to go, even though I thought Triple G won that fight, the first one. But I think Canelo was in there like, wait, this is what y'all guys are talking about? I think Bivol felt the same. I think he just like, wait, this is not – he's tough, but I could take this. So that loss that he took, I think he downloaded a lot. I think he did put more combinations together, even though – his opponent threw more bigger shots, bigger digs. It just seemed like you said, you turn off. If you just hear the noise, it just seemed like, ooh, you're like, ah. But, you know, the combinations were coming from Bivol. I liked how he fought. I think he was on his back foot fighting this time. Last time he fought on his back foot, he was just in defense mode. This time he was fighting off his back foot, throwing off punches, going to different angles. I gave him the win. It was close, but I gave him the win. So I think he just figured it out. He came with a different strategy.
Steve?
Yeah. I think I saw a similar fight to the first one, but both sides were able to take risks, and I feel like they both canceled each other out in a lot of ways. Took a lot of risk and were more confident in their approach. Bivol, he was in there, like you said, off the back foot, was more throwing more punches, and Beterbiev was he was doing a very good job cutting off the ring, you know, throwing a punch and anticipating him trying to roll out of the punch and then just cut him off either to the ropes or into the corner. To me, because I didn't see the whole fight live, which, you know, you can better see it that way. But to me, it could have went a draw easily. Like I said, I feel like both of them canceled each other out. You would say, I would say Beterbiev I mean, like y'all said, y'all can hear the punches on both of them. You know, like Chris was saying, you're like pop, 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 like, ooh, ooh, ooh. You trying to see where he hit him, and you'll see some of them block, and maybe one might get through to the body. But it was a tense fight because of you can hear the leather hitting the skin of the opponent, and I said that could have went either way depending if what judge was there. That's my opinion on it.
So I don't think the result was a robbery by any measure, but like I said, I thought it was a draw. This is in MMA and in boxing. Why are judges kind of shy away from scoring rounds a tie? Because I think a few of those rounds, both fighters, it's not karate point fighting. A lot of those rounds, you see nobody really getting the advantage over each other. Both of them throwing, both of them landing, not one of them taking a significant amount of damage. So why are judges so afraid to sometimes score rounds ties and do 10-10s? You don't see it in MMA either. Why do you think that's the case, Chris?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they go off momentum. I don't know if they go off who seems the more aggressive. I don't know if they even judge the fighter on who the fighter is. Like, is this person aggressive? Why is this person not being aggressive? If he's not being aggressive, the fighter that we're known to see him as, I'm not going to give him that point. Or if he's not a defensive fighter, why is he not being better on defense? He's getting hit too much. You know, he might be throwing more punches, but he's getting hit too much now. I'm not going to give him this round. I don't know if they're judging them on who they are, because I feel like the judge of Floyd Mayweather fight, you have to judge Floyd on who he is, not the fight, because he's not throwing that many punches. So you just hope, and he's dodging a lot. So if he don't get hit a lot, because most of the time the other fighter is way more aggressive in the fight. So you're just looking at how much is he getting hit. So I don't know. I really don't know how they're judging these fights. I really don't know. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see these guys judge it a 9-9 if it's even like that, or a 10-10, you know, not giving one fighter the fight, or 8-8, you know, if it's too close. Whatever. They got to do something different.
Yeah, I know. I know a lot of times in MMA, I'd have to go and do my research for boxing. A lot of times you see draws. It's the way you see a draw is one judge will call it a draw, so I'd have to look at the judge that calls it a draw. But the other judge will score it for one fighter, and the other judge will score it for the other fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you think, Steve? Why are some of these rounds scored ties more often?
I don't know. And then based off of, I don't know, and maybe you would see it based off of an even round would be forced based off of maybe a point taken. You know, I don't know how many times points were taken in that forced to even round. But but as far as like just two people fighting without penalties, it's like I don't know. I mean, you would think that the same odds that you can get a even round, the same as you can get a differential around, like somebody has more points for that round. You think you would get the same amount of, at least see ties, you know, in the beginning, and then they tire out and you start seeing the scores start differ a little bit. But you know, fights are different. But I think that would throw a little bit of a spice into the judging system by having that, and not so much trying to force somebody was better that round and make it okay if it was an even round.
Yeah, I know a lot of draws in boxing. You see it's because it's even. It's an even amount. I don't know why I haven't. It's an even amount of rounds.
How about to say
you'll see
12 rounds?
Yeah, so you'll see it. You know, it's they have one fighter won this even amount, and it'll be tied how many rounds they win, but you don't see a lot of tied rounds. And MMA, that's the only way you could really, besides a point being taken, that's the only way, because it's odd round of rounds. The only way you could get the draw is one of those rounds is a tie. So I don't know, but like I said, it wasn't a robbery. I don't think, even though I had it a draw. Do you think a lot of people always complain about the judging in boxing? Do you think, even though the judges aren't supposed to be biased, like there's more incentive for a Bivol win if it's a close fight, so make that third fight, Chris?
Of course, but they could have did with a draw too. They could have did it with a draw.
Yeah, but if it's a draw and you're Beterbiev, you're like, I'm not gonna fight this guy for a third time. I beat him and it's a draw. I'm gonna go do something
Well, the
else.
draw don't really mean you beat him, right? It's an even fight, so you
No, well,
gotta,
I'm saying I beat this guy the
gotta,
first time. I beat this guy the first time, and then the second time's a draw. I don't need. It's not. I don't really need to fight him a
true.
third time right now.
That's true, but then who do you fight after him? Like, there's no other fighter
Well,
for you, really. Like,
no,
I guess we're gonna get into that next, but
Benavidez wanted the winner of this one, but I think it would have been more of a chance if it was Beterbiev that won. So I think
I don't think he's getting
Benavidez.
that fight because they're gonna run this back probably.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
around this is they're going for another one. This is 3. I doubt he walks away from this. You know, he just lost his title. This is his first loss, right? Arthur's.
yep.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have to run this back. So yeah, that fight ain't gonna happen. They're running this. This is going for the third one.
And then the first fight was Bivol's first loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is perfect for boxing. Actually, this is a story. Now the next one wins it all. Now if you draw the next one, forget about it. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know.
All right, if they draw the next one, then they're gonna go for a fourth one.
That's what I mean. Now they're stealing money from the game.
Yeah. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, but you only have so many bricks to lay with this road left. He won one of them lost and won one. You can go for the trilogy. Like I said, there's other options on the table for them, but I can see him do it. They did it with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Boxing legacy stories makes boxing history. And plus, it's a highly contested fight too. That you didn't see the better of either one. Get to each other. So maybe if it was a devastating knockout, they would leave it alone. But like Chris said, I mean, I think if they tie, if it draw in their next fight, I think they're just gonna part their ways.
Yeah, I mean, you got to settle in the rubber match, so I won't be mad once because I think it's inevitable. I think they do a direct third fight, but for some reason I'm a little more intrigued. It would be Bivol versus Benavidez. I think that would be an action-packed fight, but I think, like you said, Bivol was fighting off that back foot, so I think if he fought like a Benavidez, he'd be more on the defense like that as well. Because Beterbiev is known for taking the fight to people, but he couldn't really catch Bivol with a clean shot. So I don't know how that would work out for Benavidez. Like we saw, Benavidez likes to fight in phone booths. He likes to swing. So,
but he's also going up in weight with these guys that fought at this weight.
I mean, he's fought 2 fights at that weight. So.
But I'm saying these guys are fine at this weight, so they're the big dogs on this weight class. So they're gonna look at him as a small dog coming up. So they're not. I don't think he's gonna be finding no back foot. I think he's gonna be like, "Oh, you're gonna come this way? I'm gonna show you what it is."
I would love that. I would love if that's the case. Because
if he's taking these shots from what's his name, I think he'll take those shots easily. Either fighter that we just saw, they're taking the shots from each other like this.
But you said like we saw in this fight though, he was fighting off that back foot, making sure he didn't get hit with the big shot. You saying he's gonna come forward against Benavidez? I don't know. I don't care if Benavidez is coming up in weight. If you go in and try to go into that wood chipper, you're gonna find out quick.
Well, we'll see because they both hit hard. These guys, this is a good fight. And we got someone that beat Canelo. Right.
Yeah, I think Beterbiev hits harder than Bivol. Like Bivol, like he's slick. He's slick, man. He's a slick boxer. he gets in there and box. He doesn't go in there and slug it out. He's got power, but he doesn't go in there and like try to slug it out with people. He's very strategic. Like you said, he beat Canelo, but he didn't get Canelo out of there. Canelo's a lot smaller.
But he beat someone that's the boogeyman in this sport right now that don't lose and that knocks out almost all his opponents. So to me, and he got in that ring twice with him.
Yeah.
So you're talking about taking a shot from the boogeyman and then taking a shot from a guy that's coming up in weight class. I like my chances of the guy coming up in weight class and taking a shot from the boogeyman fight. So
I just don't see him like changing his strategy if he fought Beterbiev. I think he stick to the script. I don't think he would go in there and try to fight in the phone.
I think he can handle him. I think he can handle him. I think he's still got a lot to show in that weight class. I mean, he's going after the top dogs, rightfully slow because of his record, but he really didn't show us nothing in his weight class yet. And these guys are the top dogs in his weight class. So we'll see. His day will come.
Yeah, we'll see. But I don't think we see Benavidez mix it up with either one of these guys in the near future, at least not till sometime next year, because I think we'll see a rematch with this one come fall. Thank you for checking out this Haymaker Combat Sports segment. This full episode could be found on the Haymaker Combat Sports YouTube page and in audio form on all major podcast platforms. Until next time, peace.